Welcome to the channel, Gaming Army. If it's your first stop by the channel, welcome to you as well. And if you're returning, glad to have you back. We've got a couple of great drops coming your way today, and they feature the Timberwolf, and it is the Timberwolf A. Now, this mech can make even me look good on the battlefield. So we've done a little bit of a change. I'm not claiming to have reinvented the wheel by any stretch of the imagination. All I've basically done on this build is add an extra ER large laser. And my thought process is I want to be able to reach out and touch the enemy with maximum effect at range, and that's because the range on these ER large lasers roughly around 900 meters, and you're still doing full damage. And I plan to take full advantage of that particular trait in this mech. So our first drop of 2 today has us playing a skirmish match on Tourmaline Desert. And because of the mech that I'm playing, I think I want this Gulf 5 high ground. That's why I'm up here on the rocks. I want to leverage the distance of my weapons and provide my teammates overwatch while doing damage on the enemies. And look at them all down there. They're definitely pushing in towards Echo 5 out of the Echo 6 area, and that means it is a target-rich environment down below me. I want to see if I can take advantage of that, and it looks like... yeah, looks like they've got some Gauss snipers on their side as well. So I'm going to reposition real quickly. This is probably a bad side for me to try and peek, and that's because my weapons are on the upper left, upper left shoulder. So guys, just be aware of that. If you're doing this build, those high weapons mounts are great for peeking, but if it's on the left side, you probably should be peeking left side. Now, the position that I'm at is actually very advantageous because not only can I shoot towards the groupings at Echo 5, but I also have eyes towards that open flat area of Echo 6. And see, there's an enemy trying to cross through the opens. There's another one, so that I can either get shots on them or at the very least mark them, let that group out there off to the side know that they've got company coming. In the meantime, it looks like some of the enemy units have split off. They're trying to push this group of friendlies down below me. So I'm going to step up to the top here. Oh, there we go again. That left shoulder. You've got to watch your left-hand peaks. I'm also trying to move around a little bit. I don't want to become too static and too predictable. Ooh, because there is one of their Gauss sniper units right there. You can see the flash from his Gauss. Oh, yep, and now he's looking my way. And that's not what I want him to do. I want him to look in other directions. I don't mind taking a couple of shots and getting his attention for the moment. But what I don't want to do is just stand up here out in the open, letting him rain free shots on me. Oh, and there is some more Gauss rounds. So it looks like they may have more than one Gauss sniper, and they're doing some damage to me. But right now I'm going to relocate, and that's because they're starting to figure out that that's where I'm at, and they're watching for me and getting some shots in, and I can't tank too many of those shots. The other thing I want to do is move up closer to my teammates. I don't want to get separated and left out there on the high ground by myself. That's a great way for an enemy light to sneak up behind me and kill me. And the second thing is as we push in, I also want to make sure that I'm doing maximum damage with these large lasers. I know that the damage drop-off isn't too severe, and I can still stay up there the entire game doing quite a bit of damage, but I do want to move in and change my position. There's definitely a couple of Gauss snipers, and they're hiding on the backside of Echo 6. So I want to do as much damage to them as I can, and that's what relocating is going to do for me, is allow me to close that gap, get into a different firing position so that they don't keep just waiting for me to peek. Because if both of them are focusing me on the high ground at the same time, that is not going to be a fun day for me. Plus the fact that the score is 4-2, so we do have an advantage. I've just got to get some angles on the enemies, and look at that. There they are. In fact, I've closed in enough where I can alternate now between my large lasers and those medium lasers for backup on things like this Incubus. Ooh, and that Incubus has an open left leg. If you can sweep that leg, it'll take away his mobility. And in a light mech, that equals death. And coming up over the hilltop here, oh my goodness, here is a rifleman with lots of DACA. And, oh, he is fresher than I thought he was going to be. That's okay. I'm going to reposition. I'm going to come at him from a different angle, see if he's either watching where I was or engaging a new target. Either way, it'll give me a free shot on him, and sure enough, he has done that. I get a full burst out on him. He gets a little return shot, but that's okay. Nothing major that way. And the score is 7-4. This is another reason why I moved in, is we're mopping things up very efficiently in this drop, and the enemy is kind of clumped in this one area, making their last group stand, I guess. And there is our rifleman. Oh, a Piranha running through. We'll get a shot on him as he runs away. Oh, he's open right leg. His back is open as well. That could be a good kill, but I want to take the arm. There we go. Take the arm off of that rifleman. That's going to half his firepower. Score has ratcheted up 9-4, so it's kind of a mop-up situation at this point. And there's one around the corner here. I am going to swing around the backside and see what this is. Probably our rifleman friend. And coming around the bend, yes, indeed, there he is. We'll get some shots on him. Teammate picks up the kill. Gosh darn it, couldn't punch through him quite fast enough. And it's 11-6. Last one coming through. We go for the legs. There's the javelin, and he is going to be deader than a doornail. There we go. Last kill of the game. Switching over to the end screen on this one, while we didn't chalk up any kills, our early game tactics net us 11 assists and 620 damage done. Moving on to our next drop. This one has us playing domination mode on Vitric Station, and as we do our stroll to the high ground in the center, we've been having a discussion about override, because that is a hotly debated topic. Full pun intended on that one. But basically we were talking about the override, whether you use it, you shouldn't use it. People were offering up their suggestions, and one of the light pilots did point out something very, very important. He said he doesn't run with it on his light mechs because basically he doesn't have the extra structure to invest, and he's right. That is a great way to blow up an important component on your mech if you don't have enough structure to absorb that overheat damage. So far in the opening moves of this match, it looks like the enemy wants to trade shots through the center, which I'm fairly confident in doing. And here come a couple of units pushing, one up top, one down below. Speaking of down below, I'm not paying attention to my position and have managed to fall from the upper deck. So this is what I'm saying, guys. My performance has nothing to do with superb piloting skills, or I wouldn't have fallen down. So this is where this mech build is going to carry me. But it does bring up a very important question, and that is, when you fall off like that, would you rotate to the right towards Delta 2 like I did and try to link back up with your teammates, or would you bank on your ECM protecting you and circle more to the left, going counter NASCAR towards Bravo 3, and see if you can get some angles on enemy targets? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below as to which one of those choices you would have taken. Meanwhile, I've opted for, obviously, linking up with my teammates and trying to get some damage on enemy targets as they present themselves. Coming up into the Delta 3 area, this is a target-rich environment. There is a Cyclops off to my left. There is this Kodiak, and I was patiently waiting for him to kind of turn his side to me because I wanted to open up that back, which I did. I didn't take anything, which is actually what I was going for, but we did manage to open him up, and it allows the teammate to get the kill, which helps our side out tremendously. Score is tied 2 apiece, and that's when I see the Banshee. We open up his left torso, and a teammate gets the kill on him because of his weakened condition. There's our Cyclops friend who we were tracking before, and he is, he's rotating away from us. So I want to come around this right-hand side. Wow, okay, somebody lagged out. Whether it was me or the enemy, I don't know. But coming around this right-hand side, now I'm going to push forward, use my ECM to keep me hidden from prying enemy eyes as I try to work my way into the enemy flanks. Now, as I do this, if you're enjoying the content thus far, why don't you hit the like button, give it a big thumbs up, and if you're really enjoying this kind of content, why not consider joining the Sleepless Nights Gaming Army? That's right, hit the subscribe button, turn on that notification bell, that way you won't miss out on any future content like this. Now, as we came around the corner there, we managed to find an enemy marauder up top. We lit his back up. He's not doing us any favors by stepping back out to the edge, so we can't really follow up, and I need to get a better angle. Unfortunately, as I'm trying to position myself, the enemy continues the rotato-potato game. Maybe I should have reversed. Probably should have. And this is why I'm saying, guys, it is not my superior piloting skills that are allowing me to be successful in this mech. Definitely not that. It's the mech and the build itself. It even makes somebody like me look good. And there we found some enemies up ahead of us to the left. Looks like there's one up on the high ground. There we go. We'll use that high weapons mount, get our large lasers on target. Let's see if he comes back for more. He's up there. He's just not eagerly poking anymore. And we have an assault mech around this left side. I wonder if it's that second Kodiak. Yes, it is. So we need to pile the damage on, get this assault Kodiak off the board. He's half down. Let's see if we can't get in behind him here and just pile on the damage. Oh, he's got some friends with him. We managed to do some damage to his back. His back armor is very weak. Arctic Cheetah, get away from me. Lanner. Okay. Just when I wanted to focus on that Arctic Cheetah and his legs are open, here comes one of his teammates in the form of the Black Lanner. Now it's 2v1. I'm super hot. This is not going to go well. And no, we just can't get enough damage done. We've opened up the center torso on the linebacker, but the tactical shutdown is going to cost us on this one. Sure enough, they take me out before I can do either one of them in. And the only hope is that I damage them enough to allow our last man standing to get a kill on one of those units. But, oh, it looks like he's got problems of his own, especially in the way of heat, and he was being pushed by an enemy unit. It's a Marauder, and even though it's got an open left torso, I don't think he's going to get the job done because he's legged, and yes, he goes down. So this one comes to an end with a crushing defeat, and despite all of the mistakes made on my part, this mech carried us through. We didn't get any kills, but we had 3 assists and 719 damage done.